regardless of who you are in the supply chain, what you do, where you are. So long as you have a browser, you don't need a software, you are connected. The pattern maker who makes the pattern verifies the fit of that pattern first. Total control on one screen where I can see who did what, when, why. Greetings from TUKA Talks. We're going to talk about the fashion industry today. It is the most creative industry in the world. But behind the scenes, the methods are over 30 years old. Millions of emails, endless spreadsheets, tech packs moving back and forth, samples shipped around the world, factories waiting for approvals, teams are totally disconnected, production is delayed, and billions of dollars are wasted every year. Sample room, product development, the biggest area for wastage. The industry talks about AI, the artificial intelligence, but it's lacking RI, the real intelligence. The industry talks about sustainability. Well, maybe we started the process and look at the product development process. Where is most of the time going? Is it in production? Is it in logistics? 65% of the total cycle time is in product development, to approvals, to size sets, to all the nonsense which was going on 30 plus years ago are still being practiced. What if the entire fashion development and manufacturing process worked like one connected ecosystem, the way it was when we were all in one room, one factory, one floor, one building? We all talked to each other, from product development to approvals to selling to making, and everything was in one place. We are introducing the TUKAtech Smart Factory ecosystem. The first product that we are launching is TUKAcad GC. The other one is the TUKAstylehub. And of course, the MES Manufacturing Execution Systems in a TUKAmover, which is Smart Factory. Regardless of who you are in the supply chain, what you do, where you are, so long as you have a browser, you don't need a software, you are connected. No more emails, you're connecting within the system. So what is the TUKAcad GC 2026? The objective of this one is fits first, not the sample first. That means the pattern maker who makes the pattern verifies the fit of that pattern first before any value is added by cutting the fabric, sewing the garment, then putting on the dummy to find out what's wrong. But I want to know if I, as a pattern maker, have the pattern which will fit perfectly. TUKAcad GC changes everything. It's not just another CAD system. It's the intelligent garment engineering. The platform where patterns are created faster from fit blocks. Fit is validated digitally. Grading becomes predictable. Blocks become reusable assets. And development becomes scalable. Every approved block, every successful fit, every construction detail becomes reusable digital intelligence. Start from a fitted block, choose the right sizes, tell the system through AI, these are the fabrics. All the sketching and all the what if situation is gone down the drain. In our factories, in our labs, we have converted thousands of combinations of fabrics from physical to digital cloth. We tell the AI what is the fabric formula so we can have the right drape. We tell the system what is the construction of the fabric through our library that you have. And the system does magic. It shows a three-dimensional garment in that same product with the variations of style lines using the same block. Once you see that, you can create the entire board presentation, even all the way putting it up on the websites to see the market reaction. You sell it, and then you can make it. Now, what is a style hub? I remember when we were all in one building, we had racks and racks and racks of every sample we ever produced. That was our style library. The designers could walk up there and say, all right, what did we do last year in blouses rack? And they look at, oh yeah, this body was selling extremely well. Pick up that style, walk up to the pattern maker, and the pattern maker actually had the pattern for that garment. Well, I want to use this block with this changes. No tech back. We are talking. Few minutes later, a new garment is developed from that block. Few hours later, the garment is sewn and is already on the fit model, and we are done with development and approval. I wanted to have that kind of a database where everybody, whether it's the person who's approving it, person who's developing it, whatever, they all have one place to go, the style hub. No more endless email chains, no more CCs and BCCs for people who have nothing to do with this. Everyone sees the same data, same style, same status in real time. So you know who did what, who asked for what, who executed on whose request, what changes were made. Every time a designer would ask for something and the garment has been developed and shown, we haven't made the sample yet. Now, every time they say, no, make it 2 inches longer because it doesn't look right, I want to know who asked for that. When did they ask for it? How long does it take for the person to actually go out and make it? The designer sees the new garment. I think it's too long. Make it 1 inch shorter. It's still too long. What was the first one? Let's go with that. In the meantime, the pattern maker, who has made 3 revisions and has been saving on top of each other, they have now the last one with 1 inch longer. They don't have the pattern for the first one. This system keeps every version, the entire history, till the garment gets approved. Once that is approved, it goes into a file where all approved styles are. That becomes a library for person or design team to look at what did we do in such and such category for such and such season for such and such customer. It depends on how you want to set up your database. You can actually see every possible file, whether it was a PDF file or an Excel file or a pattern file or a digital file or 3D file, fabric file, print file, colorways, approvals, whatever motion simulation, but all the files are in one style, in one folder. What does that mean? I get to reuse most of it to start creating something new. Why is this critical? The future of fashion is not about sending more samples. It's about sharing better data. And the companies that control organized, structured, approved product data will control the future of manufacturing. The biggest waste in manufacturing is not labor. Labor is cheap. It is the interruptions. It is the work in process. It is the lead time. Now let's talk about what is MES. The Manufacturing Execution System, TUKAmover Smart Factory, transforms manufacturing into an intelligent, connected operation. The system automatically tracks what has been planned for spreading and cutting, when that spreading is done, when the cutting is done, how much material was used, how many flaws were there, what reporting had to be done, when the garment is cut. Once it is cut, it goes on to the sewing line to finishing line to washing line, but the garment is not coming off. Total control on one screen where I can see who did what, when, why, what is their efficiency. If somebody screwed up, the garment went back for quality control, rework. System remembers the quality efficiency of each operator. What does that allow me to do? This old stupid habit of creating lines after lines. I got 40 lines, 20 lines, 30 lines. That's the nonsense. That doesn't do anything except really create issues with extra machinery, Let's assume that I only have 0.2% required in that line on that machine. But in 6 lines, I have this 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, and I have 6 machines. What if I could send everybody's work onto that machine and then it comes back to the next person? So how do we set up? Thinking is a little different. Rather than deciding how many people do we need, we always look at how many machines do I require for each operation. And then we have a database which operator can operate those machines. What does this allow me? This allows me to work with a minimum order quantity of 1. We call that unit production system. That means I can have multiple styles, multiple operations go to the same person, same machine, so long as it's running the same thread color. You want to see a better running factory? Put the systems in. I've done this for more than 50 years. And my hero was Henry Ford, who started making 1 car at a time in 1908. Unit production system. I don't know why the industry doesn't adapt to this one, especially in a country where labor is very expensive. This is the only place where you can visibly measure the productivity and the return on investment, because we are eliminating, beside all the intangible benefits, the real tangible is I've taken the handling out. If I remove the handling, I increase the needle time. I take away the fatigue for not picking and lifting. Therefore, I have between 35 to 55% increase in productivity from same machine, from same space, from same operators. You want to do ROI? Very simple. If you want 30% more or 40% more productivity to have another factory to produce that many garments, what would you require space-wise, what the cost will be, what do you require as far as the number of people, cost of them, and so on. When you start doing all that, this is a better option. You can track materials. You can move the cut parts onto the system. You eliminate ticketing because everything is already matched in one hanger. You reduce the handling time by taking straight from cutting onto the sewing without having any other person. So there are so many business models based on this technology freedom, based on this visibility and with the availability of time. Data is the new asset. Not the big factories. I can get that made anywhere so long as I have the right data. Do we mine that data in a reusable form so you can actually become way more intelligent and way more efficient? Thank you so much. And that's the way I see it.
Thanks for listening to this discussion presented by TUKA Talks. If you found something in this conversation insightful, we would love for you to click the share button and send this episode to a friend.